Dylan is escorted by his mom, Evelyn, and his niece, Selena. Our next senior is number 56, Marjan Gordon. Marjan is escorted by his mom, Marla Gordon, and his brother, Joshua Gordon. Our next senior is number 24, Cameron Jackson. Cameron is escorted by his mom, Shanette Jackson, his dad, Al Jackson, and his nephew, Karim. Number 55 is our next senior, Ashan Pearson. Ashan is escorted by his grandmother, Gloria Pearson. Our next senior is number 52, Isaiah Samuel. Isaiah is escorted by Coach P. Our next senior is number 3, Marcus Saletta. Marcus is escorted by his mom, Nicole Saletta, and his friend, Diamond Lee. Number 2, Kamal Wallace, the captain, is our next senior. Kamal is escorted by his mom, Aisa Wallace. Our next senior is number 50, Romello Wilson Colbreth. Romello is escorted by his mom, Monica Williams, his dad, Charles Colbreth, and his brother, Dakota Williams Colbreth. And our final senior, number 27, Joshua Williams.
Oh, thank you.
Joshua is escorted by a coach. We'd like to recognize Carlton, Demetrius, Marjan, and Isaiah for being 4-year seniors. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your dedication and commitment to the Norristown football team since your freshman year. We've been through a lot together, but together we made it through.
Good afternoon and welcome to another, or I should say the last home game of the season for the Norristown Eagles. They'll be taking on Methacton today, and it's senior night, or senior day, I guess we could call it. And we should be in for a pretty evenly matched and a pretty good game today.
Yeah, we should be. This is the first year, 2014-2015 season is the first season under new head coach. Things are always different when you have a new head coach. I believe they have the opportunity to go 500 on the season, or so. So they're flirting with 500 this season. It's a step in the right direction, I guess you could say. I'm curious as to see what the Eagles can do in the upcoming seasons.
Yeah, we should probably start this off by introducing ourselves. I'm Darius Scott alongside with Jeff Craig.
Hello.
So this will probably be our last football game of the season. And you think we'll be back for basketball?
Yeah, you guys can look forward to hearing us during the basketball season as well, from time to time.
All right, so we will take a break for the national anthem, and we will be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem.
Well, there you have it, folks. In a few short seconds, this game will be underway.
I'm hoping everybody can focus in on this game for Norristown. As if I heard correctly, today they had SATs, so some people could be a little mentally drained.
Yes, I mean today there were SATs today. However, neither team should have any problems focusing. It's November 8th. The temperature is about 52 degrees. The sun's shining. Beautiful football weather. These kids should be ready to go.
Yeah, this is definitely football weather. It's not too cold, but it's definitely not warm. Wind's blowing.
Yeah, I remember doing a game last year around this time, and must have been in the 30s or 20s last year. So this is definitely a nice change to the north.
All right, so as we get ready to kick off, Norristown will kick a bit of a squib kick. It's picked up around the 25 and taken back to around the 39-yard line of Methacton.
Boy, I tell you, there's nothing like having a good old local rival right in your area. Not only is it senior night for the Eagles, but it's a big game. They play Methacton, which is literally 2 miles from here.
Yeah, about
So
10
and
minutes.
it's a statement game as well. A way to finish the season off on a good note.
Yep. So we'll see how Methacton decides to start this game. They have one receiver split out to the right, and they will be this. And they hand it off to the running back for a gain up the middle. That looks like about 5 yards.
You know, the game we did a few weeks ago against William Tennant, I believe. One of the problems that we saw was the interior defense. I look for Norristown to tighten that up a little bit this game against Methacton.
No. Well, the first run went for 8 yards to the Methacton 46, so we'll see what they do here on 2nd and 2.
This looks like another run, Darius.
2 receivers, a man in motion, and it's a pass, and a wide open Methacton player Nobody was around him, and he will take it in for a 54-yard touchdown.
You know, it's interesting when you attack something that's been struggling throughout the season, early on in the game, you can do something as simple as a play action straight at the gut and bam, wide open. Because I mean, you have to focus on areas that you're struggling in, right?
Yeah, this is true. Well, the extra point from Methacton is good. So 59 seconds into the game, and it's a 7-0 Methacton lead. We'll see how Norristown responds on their first drive.
I must say I do like the aggressive play calling by the Methacton coaching staff. To pass the ball this early in the game in a high school game,
Yeah.
pretty good move.
Yeah, because like you said, you thought they were going to run the ball, and they showed the play action, and that man, there was nobody around him. So
I got news for you, Darius. Clearly, I wasn't the only one fooled on that one.
not at all.
But let's not forget that Norristown has a lot of speed on offense. Look for them to move the ball down the field, use their speed, and hopefully get into the end zone.
So Methacton kicks off, and it's a short kick fielded by Marcus Saletta, and he doesn't get very far.
Honestly, as much as you would like to see a fantastic return, just the fact that he was able to field the ball, I mean, they're already in great field position after the kick. So just following the ball was good enough in this situation.
Yeah, it was a difficult kick that looked like it would to handle. So the fact that he just fielded it, that's a positive right there. So Desmond Gorski will take the snap, and he will hand it off for a pretty good gain there.
You know, I always have respect for athletes who play multiple sports. So I know the basketball season's starting, and we'll probably see Desmond Gorski sometime later on during the basketball season.
Yeah, I'm sure basketball practice is already up and running, so he has double duty these days, and he's under center again, and the ball was loose for a second, but the Norristown running back was able to handle it.
Yeah, and the thing about playing multiple sports, to all the kids watching out there, I've learned that when you play multiple sports, it opens your mind to other things. You see things differently from sport to sport, just because of the experience you have playing another sport. And looked like a pretty good run here, Darius.
Yep, that was a good run there by Khalif Sinclair. He was able to bounce it out to the outside and get to the edge a little bit. He picked up the first on that run. About an 11-yard gain right there.
And again, another all-around athlete. Sinclair's a basketball player as well. So look to watch him this basketball season as well.
Hopefully he's getting his jump shot in shape, because much is always expected from the Norristown basketball team.
But the thing I was saying earlier is, I mean, I almost feel as if there's no mistake when you see guys that play multiple sports who are successful and excel in a certain sport. I mean, you look at guys like Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, guys who played baseball but also play football. You look at somebody like Steve Nash or Akeem Olajuwon, soccer players who had great feet for basketball. I mean, when just the idea of playing two sports, just you see things differently.
Yeah, now
and it's a huge benefit.
Yeah, now in the NFL, you're seeing all the basketball players that didn't plan on going to the NBA going straight to the NFL.
Julius Thomas.
Exactly. Okay, so we have a handoff to uh, Corey Davenport again, but Khalif Sinclair handed it to him. So a bit of a different look there from the Eagles.
Yeah, so I'll reiterate what I said earlier. Kids that are watching, definitely try to play as many sports as you can as long as possible. Um, and then when the time is right, you'll know your sports down to the one that you feel is most important.
Yeah. And Desmond Gorski in the shotgun on 3rd and 7, and he throws it and just out of the reach of Diamante Willis. So we're looking at a 4th and 7 here from the 32.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to watch Diamante grow since the time he was about 9 years old. Um, I mentioned a couple weeks ago, about 6'2", long kid, big hands, has the potential to be a good wideout. I think he's a junior this year, so he'll be back for his senior year next year, and look to him to do some major things next year.
So a big 4th down is pitched to Khalif Sinclair, and he will not get the first.
Looked like Sinclair tried to channel his inner Reggie Bush on that one.
Yeah, the cutback. But yeah, Methacton played their lanes well. There was no cutback lanes, so with 8:01 in the first quarter, still it will be 1st and 10 for Methacton from the 32.
First and 10 for the Warriors on the 32.
Not terrible field position. Gonna have to go a little bit further from their last drive. And handoff to number 35. Pickup of about 2.5 yards right there.
Nwako on the carry. Gain of 3. Second and 7.
So we're now looking at 2nd and 7. Methacton in the shotgun here with a man behind him. He fakes the handoff and it's tipped, but the ball hits the ground. That would have been a prime opportunity right there for a turnover.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Norristown wasn't having it that time. Good defense on that one.
It was a similar play. The quarterback was ready to get the ball out of his hands quick on that one.
Again, I like the aggressive play calling by Methacton. I almost think that may have been a little bit too early to bring that kind of play back again, but we'll see what happens later.
Yeah. So with 2 wide receivers out to the left, the quarterback gets nowhere on 3rd down. He might even lost a yard on that one.
You know, it's interesting. They decided to keep it on that one. If you look out wide, the wideout on the far right side had single coverage, and he had his man beat. That was a possible touchdown. I think Methacton missed one on that time.
Yeah, but it kind of looked like it was a design run, though, don't you think?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's unfortunate though. Could have been a potential touchdown for Methacton.
That is also
Norristown to
true.
take it.
So number 35 punts over to Norristown, and the ball will go out of bounds. Or it's stopped at about the 38 or 39 yard line on the Norristown side of the field. So the offense will go back to work for the Eagles and try and put some points on them on the board.
Ball's marked at 38. First and 10 for the Eagles.
So Gorski will be under center, and he will hand it to Khalif Sinclair, he won't get very far, it looks like.
Early predictions, Darius. Sinclair breaks one for about at least 40 yards this game. At least 40.
At least 40. So with 6:15 it was 6:15 left in the first. It's pretty early for that prediction. We'll see if it holds up.
I believe it happened.
It happened last game we did, right? He broke about like a 50 some yarder.
He may have. unfortunately, in my mind, that was overshadowed by the 2 or 3 fumbles he
This is
lost.
true.
So, I mean, that's a positive, but at the same time, you got to hold him to the rock.
Well, Sinclair had a pretty good run there, but there's a flag on the play, so we will check it and see what it is.
Let's hope these flags don't rear their ugly heads again for the Norristown Eagles.
Well, there was one right there. Looked to be holding on on the Eagles, so we will try second down again, but from a little further back now. So Gorski back to throw, and he completes it to number 2, Kamal Wallace.
Gorski's pass to Wallace is completed.
And it looks to be close to a first down. And the sticks are moving, so I think we have a first down here for the Eagles off a good pass and a good catch and run by Wallace. So 1st and 10 from the 50. And the ball is handed off for minimal gain. Corey Davenport didn't get too far on that one. So the first completion of the game for the Eagles could be a sign of things to come.
Yeah, I think so. From what I'm seeing in the early goings with both teams, they have some opportunities to pass the ball this game. It should be exciting for the fans to watch.
Yeah. So in the 4 wide receiver set, they hand it off, and Methacton was ready for it. Davenport got nowhere. But we do have some laundry on the field.
Laundry?
I mean, that's what it is, right? It's got to get washed at some point.
I guess so.
Face mask, so that's the 5-yard variety. So we'll take it to 2nd and 5 from the 45 of Methacton, and Gorski hands it off, and
Methacton's doing a good job at containing the running game of the Norristown Eagles. I just had this feeling one of these plays, somebody's going to let loose, and I think it's going to be Sinclair.
all it takes is one play. So with 1 yard to go, the scoreboard is showing us 4th and 1. We'll see what the Eagles want to draw up here.
And we were speaking off the air. We think it might be 3rd down. Maybe that's the stop for the reason for the delay here.
Yeah. Well,
and there it is. There it is.
1.
3rd down.
See, we might know a thing or two about football. We might know something. So a handoff, and looks like he will have enough for the first down. That was Marcus Saletta, it looks like, on the carry. Running in between the tackles for some tough yards there. So a lot of running and not a lot of passing here. We'll probably expect this from Sanchez and the other Eagles as well.
No, not at all. Sanchez is gonna he'll throw the ball all around the field.
Yeah, to the Panthers. So Slater with another carry for 2 yards down to the Methacton 33.
Tell you one thing, I'm not too concerned about those Eagles though. All I'm concerned about is Calvin Johnson's return. That should be fun.
Or Megatron, it'll be good to see him on the field. And Oh, he almost had the edge. Corey Davenport almost had the edge on that run. Didn't quite get there.
Davenport's looked good this game as well.
Yeah. So, 3rd and 2 from 27. Very manageable right here. You can pretty much do whatever you want to do. Run, pass.
I'd run the ball here.
And they are running. And Marcus Saletta looks like he has the first. And I'll tell you what, Saletta looks like he's got a lot of heart in him because he's not the biggest guy out there, but he's getting some tough yards.
I agree, Darius. I agree.
He reminds me of might show my age a little bit here, but Warwick Dunn.
Work done, yes. What do you think about
Oh, and we have a QB draw from Khalif Sinclair, and picked up some good yards on that one right there. And
how do you feel about current day Theo Reddick?
Theo Riddick. I mean, he's definitely taking advantage of his opportunities with Reggie Bush being out. He's definitely making his name known.
Seems like another small guy with heart.
Yeah, that's a good comparison for Saletta. And the wide receiver screen was caught out, and it looks like a touchdown.
You know, those are one of my favorite type of plays in football. When you see the guy running towards the goal line and he stretches out to get those last couple inches to break the plane, that's
Yeah.
exciting football to me.
Yeah, Sinclair reached and he got it, but there's a hold. So we're going to bring it back and try this again from looks like the 22.
One of the things that looks like they're doing a little bit more of is passing the ball a little bit. We talked about that earlier. I think that that may potentially be something that we could see during this throughout the duration of this game.
Yeah. Seems it happens in Norristown. When they have something good going, there's a penalty against them. So there will be a timeout on the field. A timeout with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 12.
Stop by the baskets that we're raffling off. Baskets are located just inside the fence on your way to the concession stand. Stop on by.
All right, so we have Saletta in the shotgun here, and he'll drop back to throw. And he is intercepted by number 54 from Methacton. He was looking for Khalif Sinclair, and he must have it looks like he didn't see number 54 coming across the field there.
Well, they took a chance.
Ball's marked at the 34-yard line for the Warriors. First and 10.
Number 54 from Methacton, he's at 3 interceptions on screen passes, and this year at least, only returned for 12 yards. So seems to be good at reading the screen passes.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff wish he was a little bit faster though.
Yeah, but that's something you got to see on tape though. This guy knows how to sniff out a screen. So with just under a minute left, it will be 2nd and 7 for Methacton, as they will try and march down the field again.
I don't like Norristown's defense on this one.
Well, the quarterback will keep it on that one, and picked up about 3. So we're looking at 3rd and 4 from the 40. And
I see Methacton has their field goal kicker over there warming up on the side. looks like they're trying to
got a Legatron over there. So this looks like this might be the last play of the half, if it's a run, or I mean not the half of the quarter, with about 10 seconds remaining. 22 going in motion, and quarterback will throw, and it's complete to number 3, and he's running, and he will not be caught. So with 0 seconds on the clock, Methacton puts it in the end zone again.
Correction, Darius. That'd be shame on me.
Well, that wasn't a play action though, so
Yes, but to be exploited like that in the passing game
twice,
potentially 3 times, what's going on?
yeah.
That's my question.
Well, you did mention the kicker warming up. Do you think he foresaw?
A little bit of ESP, huh?
It's got to be something. Well, so the first quarter ends on a bit of a sour note, 14-0, as the Eagles will attempt to try and get this one a little closer in the second quarter.
Still a lot of game left, Darius. Still a lot of game left.
Still 36 minutes left. A lot can change.
That was pretty good. You did that on the spot.
I learned something in this high school. My alma mater, Norristown, taught me some math.
Who's your favorite math teacher in school?
Have to go with
Mr. Lewicki?
You were actually reading my mind.
In 10th grade, we had Miss, I forget her first name, Schaefer.
And
she went out with a baby, and we had a number of substitutes throughout the throughout the school year.
And the most memorable one, he definitely left an impression on us. Mr. Lewicki. So Methacton kicks off and is fielded at about the 16. And a pretty good return by Derek Cross. About a 26-yard return there to about the 41. So good starting field position again for the Eagles.
Derek was in one of my classes last school year.
Yeah.
I don't know how, he's not extremely tall. He's not a short kid. Very lanky, which gives you the impression he might have the potential to be tall. I believe he's a junior this year. He'll be going into senior year next year. So I wonder if he'll grow any during the offseason and come back 6'2", 6'3" next year. So I look for Derek to have some potential in the upcoming seasons.
Well, the first down play was a pass out into the flat by Desmond Gorski that went nowhere, and it might have been a backwards pass actually. So a backwards pass that's incomplete is actually a fumble. So good thing the Norristown player showed some awareness and jumped on it.
Yeah, that was a smart idea. Way to be aware.
So there seems to be some confusion on the field. So we're still trying to figure out what happened on the field here. Looks to be an inadvertent whistle.
Yeah, with that inadvertent whistle, looks like
Well-
the ref blew the whistle a little too soon.
Well, a snap went over the head of Khalif Sinclair, and he did a good job to get it back and get what yards he could. Still lost about 2 though.
Well, like I was saying, that inadvertent whistle made things a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
Moving on from there, this is another thing that we see from Sinclair again. Extremely fast player. I wonder if he slowed it down just a tad, if that'll make life a little bit easier for him.
Yeah, I mean, can't. That's something you get with someone who's not used to taking snaps. Sinclair, he's not the quarterback, so when a snap is a little high, that might be your result. So
Yeah, in his defense, it was not the greatest snap either.
yeah. So he's back in the shotgun again, Sinclair. That is, and we have 4 wide receivers out for the Eagles. So in the 3rd and 13, we'll see what Sinclair does here. And there's some more confusion on the field.
And boy, I tell you, these Methacton coaches are livid.
They are not happy. Well, you know what?
I think they just want the referees to make the call and we can move on.
Yeah. You know what? There's a reason for home field advantage, right?
I wonder if that has any truth in this game.
It's good. Home field advantage got to have some truth, you know.
You know what? I will tell those watching at home, I'm confused myself.
Yeah. It's a lot of standing around. And, all right, here we go. So Sinclair in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, and he hands it off to
I think
Davenport up the middle, who didn't get enough. But that was 2nd and 13.
unless there's an explanation, they may have given the Eagles an extra down on this drive.
Yeah, so now it's 3rd and 10, which the 4th play of this drive is now 3rd and 10. If you're confused, don't worry. You're not the only ones. We are too. So 3rd and 12 with Gorski back under center, and he will hand it off to Sinclair, who gets around the corner around 1 man and looks to be close to a 1st down.
That was almost it, Darius. That was almost the one.
If you could have got around that one person around the edge, he could have.
You know, I have to clue the viewers in on something.
Okay.
Because they're not here with us, sitting next to us, they have no idea what we are experiencing right now. For those at home watching, we are sitting next to a couple of Methacton coaches.
They aren't happy.
They are not happy at all, and rightfully so.
Well, it's 1st and 10 from the 46, and Saletta takes the pitch, and he looked like he had some daylight, but he got caught from behind.
Good tackle by number 3 from Methacton. Looks like he may have saved a touchdown on that one.
Yeah, because it was a lot of running room, and Saletta got hit right from behind. But yeah, back to that last set of downs. Norristown Tennessee got like 4 or 5 plays.
You know what? I'm glad to see that they got the 1st down in 4 plays.
Yeah.
So there's no major controversy.
Yeah. They did get it in 4 plays. So Saletta carried again. I feel like I can't say it enough. He's a tough ball carrier. He made one guy missed, and it took about 3 other guys to bring him down. And he might be the smallest guy out there. So, with what could have been maybe a 1 yard gain, he turned it into 3.
Yeah, fairly good run.
Yeah. So now we're looking at 3rd and 5. And with Gorski under center here, and he will hand it off to Saletta again, and he has nowhere to run. And he might have even lost a yard on that one. So with about a little over 8 minutes left in the second quarter, Norristown they'll look to punt here back to Methacton. Shane Hammer will look to get off a fairly good punt, give Methacton some not so good field position, and looks to be a good punt around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it seems about right.
So I was out at the 15-yard line. So if Norristown can get a quick 3 and out, see a little field position game being played here.
Norristown could score here. I'd love to see the crowd erupt.
Yeah. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
little brain fart there. But you meant a defensive touchdown, of course.
That's exactly what I meant.
Of course. I know what you were thinking. But when the quarterback keeper there didn't get far, only about a yard. So now we're looking about 2nd and 9 for Methacton. So man coming in motion here, and Methacton will go downfield, but the ball is overthrown. So now we're looking at 3rd and 9. So this could be a key stop right here. If Norristown can get a punt out of Methacton, they will be in good field position. So Methacton will come back to throw and incomplete again. So like we wanted, a 3 and out for Methacton, and Methacton will have to punt back to Norristown. Khalif Sinclair will be back to receive this punt, and if we get some good if it's a good punt, we might have a chance for a pretty good return.
I wonder if they actually kick it to him.
Well, that they did.
They did.
The
This
kick
would be
is
fun.
up, and he has room to run. Makes one guy miss, and
that could be the
he's-
one, Darius.
this could be it.
Oh.
And it looks like that was the kicker that got him from Methacton.
He's getting close, Darius. He's getting close.
Hey, I mean that wasn't the run you were predicting, but hey, the punt return run, it's all the same. So.
You know, for a guy who's coming off of a minor injury, we'll say, from last week's game, hurting his knee, he's still showing some pretty good speeds, making good cuts.
Well, good cuts, yeah, but he mishandled the handoff from the quarterback, and I couldn't see exactly whose fault that might have been, but yeah, it looks like Norristown just can't seem to get out of their own way right now.
Yeah, if you remember back to the William Tennant game, there was a problem a few times on the exchange.
Ooh. Well, Methacton tried a little tricky right there with they were going to do an end around pass, and that was, the throw was right there. Number 9 just dropped.
As a wide receiver, you have to come up with that one. you, you don't- you don't get too many targets during the game. You should probably come up with everyone that you can get.
Yeah, Norristown, they haven't had a lot of things go their way yet, but that's one thing that has, because that throw could have been bad news for the Eagles. But a quarterback draw right here, and he had a lot of running room, but he swallowed up, and he looks like he may have been a little short of the first down after a pretty good run. So we're looking at about 3rd and 2 from the 45, and as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter, 6:10 remaining. So there's a timeout on the field, a timeout taken by Methacton. BRB? I'm in this like text message group. Okay, so we're back. The Methacton does another end around, but he will hit the corner number 3 and take it for about 15 yards to the 30-yard line.
He said, "And we're back." As soon as you said that, I started thinking of the Fox music. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Wait, we don't have that music playing over. Just playing. So Methacton will take it from the Norristown 33 with another shotgun formation and hand it off for about looks to be for about 4 yards, 4 or 5. Actually 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 from the 27. So with a man in motion, we have an option play, and it will go for about maybe 2-3 yards. So a 3rd down stop will be key here for Norristown to force Methacton into a 4th down situation. And this is probably out of field goal range for most high school teams. Would you think?
With the way Methacton field goal kicker's been warming up this game, I don't know. He might hit a 50-yard in this game.
Yeah, he has. He's been giving that net some work. So Methacton will pass, and he will not get anywhere.
Good defense.
He he might have actually lost some yards. So it's 4th and 7 here from about the 29. So the Methacton will go for it here on 4th down. Kicker's leg might not be as strong as we thought, and it's a bad snap, and the quarterback can do nothing but fall on it, and he is down at the 44. So Norristown will take over from their own 44.
This is the opportunity that Norristown needs. They need to capitalize on the turnover. I mean, turnover on downs.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, turnover. And they need to capitalize on it.
Turnover
This
is a turnover.
when you strike.
And it's enough time where they don't really need to rush anything. They can still run their offense and matriculate down the field.
I'll tell you what. I'm not necessarily rushing, but I'm not taking my time. Any moment, the moment I have the opportunity to strike, I strike.
And handoff to Sinclair will lose quite a bit of yardage right there.
Now, maybe I'm showing my ignorance in terms of football, but to me, I'm not running a play that brings me back behind the line of scrimmage. I'm moving my way downfield. Like with the way the game is going and momentum is going, I don't want to see a play run that has the potential to be a loss. I want to work my way downfield. We need to get momentum going downfield.
I have to agree with you. This isn't really the time for trickery. Being down 14.
Now, that's the play you should have run on 1st down.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, Sinclair still manages to get nowhere. The running lanes are just clogged up here. He actually lost the yard on the play. So with 3rd and 18, as we just under 2.5 minutes. Probably looking at another running play.
Maybe. I don't believe you can do it on 3rd and 18. You need to pass the ball. You need to put up a score before halftime.
Well, they are with no one in the backfield. Norristown looked like they were going to throw the ball downfield, but early movement. We're going to move them back.
Well, you see Freddie Mitchell out there, Darius?
The People's Champ. The original discount double check. Well, it's not quite 26 yards, but he would need to be out there.
It's not fourth down yet, but
Oh, we'll get there.
and my, look at this. You might have 4th and 26.
When it rains, it pours. It's not a lot going right for the Eagles this half.
I'm just thinking about it. We really caught this guy 1st down Freddie.
Jeez, that was with a minute and 20 left, 4th and 32.
An appalling 4th and 32.
You gotta. Shane Hammer punt is blocked, and it will. Methacton will fall on the ball in the end zone.
I don't hear the Methacton coaches complaining about that one.
And I was just about to mention that Methacton didn't have anyone back to receive the ball. They were coming for that punt, and they got there. There was no one back there to receive the punt. 11 men on the line of scrimmage trying to get this
You know what?
block.
You can only get away with that in high school. I mean, you're not doing that at the next level. The guy's legs are too strong. They're going to kick the ball too far downfield. You're not taking a chance like that.
Be that as it may, they still got there. And we're looking at, well, now there's a flag on the field, but potentially 21-0 going into halftime. But I think Norristown, they kicked off to start the game. So
They did.
they will have a chance to put some points on the board as the half opens. So we'll try the extra point again. And Norristown is offsides again. So the penalties decline, and the kick will be good. So
I'm confused as to what's going on, Darius.
well, it's a half of just complete confusion for all of us. So Methacton fakes the field goal this time, and they throw for a 2-point conversion. I'm thinking maybe that's a sign of they don't like of all the stoppage of time, and we're going to attempt to run up the score maybe.
I have no clue, Darius. Completely baffled at this point.
First field goal attempt, Norristown offsides, extra point. Second attempt, Norristown offsides again. It was an extra point. So for the third time, they go for the 2-point conversion.
That's a little strange.
It's a lot of strange things in this first half, I must say. But Methacton will attempt to kick off with 104 left in the half. It's been the longest 104 I've experienced in quite some time.
It is a little lengthy.
So Methacton will kick, and Derek Cross will take it from about just inside the 20, and he'll get it to the 30. So as we're out here in the elements, it is not by any stretch of the imagination warm out here. Watching two
Not at
kids
all.
throw the football around, they have on shorts and a t-shirt.
They do. Yes, they do.
There are some brave souls in this world. But back to the game. Gorski will be under center, and he will pitch it to Davenport, and he'll pick up a few yards. And the clock is ticking.
Would you try to get in as many plays as possible, or do you take 2 knees here and just let the clock run out? At this point, actually, 1 knee will be significant.
Yeah, one knee will do it.
Sufficient, I should say.
Me, you know what? Sometimes with the way things are going, you just want to get in the locker room and regroup. I think this is one of those situations. And another handoff will pretty much wrap up the half. Davenport picked up 2 right there, but it looks like with
They're not going to run another play
yeah,
with
with
the next 5 seconds.
with time ticking down, we're probably going to go into the half with Norristown trailing 22 to nothing. So halftime will hopefully Norristown can get in, regroup, and turn things around.
Yeah, 22 points is definitely not the world at all. But that they can do it in the first half. You might see Norristown do it in the second half. So they're going to go in. They're going to make some adjustments. We're going to go get warm, and we'll be back.